Hello everyone, we're here with Jaime Millán-Quijano, a postdoctoral fellow at the Department of Economics of Carlos III in Madrid and research fellow at Econometria in Colombia. Thank you very much for being here with us. It was a very nice paper and we really enjoyed your presentation. We would like to start, if you could summarize the paper and tell us a bit about it for the people that were not here.
Okay, thank you very much for the invitation first. The paper is very simple. What I want to link is international shocks in the cocaine market and how do they create violence within Colombia. So what I did was I build up what I think is the potential cocaine trafficking network within Colombia, which simply links producing municipalities with border municipalities, and then I interact that cocaine network with the international prices of cocaine in the United States and Europe. And what I found is that if a municipality is placed strategically to serve, for example, the American market, the violence in that municipality increases when the price of the United States increases. And on the other way around, if the municipality is linked with the European market, violence in that municipality increases only with the European price increases.
Thank you very much. For that, you use a network that you built from the trafficking in Colombia. Could you tell us a bit more of how you came up with this idea that it seems to be very nice to identify, and how did you construct it?
So the idea came from talking with different people that are not related but know about how coca production and the cocaine market works within Colombia. And when they told me that mainly what these guys try to do is to try as many routes as possible, my idea was simply I know what the coca bushes are. Everybody knows what the coca bushes are. If these people are selling the cocaine at the Colombian border, what I need to link is every single municipality with every single exit. So what I simply did was I took the road of the network roads, the roads network in Colombia, and I used that network to link every single producer with every single possible destination. And I allow them to use primary roads, secondary roads. I don't put mainly constraints on that because my idea is to create only the potential trafficking network. I don't know exactly which routes they're using, but according to my results, I'm actually picking up part of the violence through because I actually identifying which are the regions that these people are using.
Thank you. It was very interesting, and I think you're also using it in other papers. Could you also tell us a bit more about it?
If you believe the idea that the main channel in which international prices affect local economies is through this intergang violence, then you can use the international price of cocaine and the interaction with the cocaine network as an instrument for violence at municipality level. And then if you believe the story, then you can maybe think that it affects different outcomes at household level or any other level. So for example, I have a paper that uses this as an instrument of homicide rates at municipality level, and I show how when the violence increases in a municipality, young women have more incentives to have a baby when they're young and to start a family, to get married. And the idea is very simple. Violence increases, and then the expectations and the return for education reduce, so they prefer not to invest in human capital today and to invest in a family to gain some certain level of security for the future. I have other ideas with some co-authors that try to check the impact of violence on political competition, but this is very, very early work, and I prefer not to say more right now.
Thank you very much. And some policy implications that you could draw from these results from the main paper that you presented here. Do you have any idea on what?
So I tried to do some back of the envelope computations, and you can see that what happened in the American market and the European market, that any increase in the price ended up in lives in Colombia. So people are dying because of this market. So if you want to think differently, why don't we think about reducing the price in consuming regions? So if there is this negative externality to increasing the price, and previous literature has telling us that maybe tackling production of illegal drugs is not the way, why don't we just try to do something different in consumption areas and try to do policies that reduce price and reduce the profits of illegality? Because when you reduce the profits of illegality, less people are going to be likely to get into these markets, and if less people is likely to fight for these markets, less people are going to die in producing and trafficking in municipality countries.